Hey guys,
Hey
what's going
guys!
on? It's finally another day where we have some time to sit still and do our live Q&A, something that we try to do every month, but with the way travel's been, it's been pretty intense.
It's been crazy. Once May hit, June, July, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open.
It's been a steamroller.
It has
And
been
then,
a
of course, now you got the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody who celebrates here in the United States Thanksgiving had a good Thanksgiving.
And some good pumpkin pie.
Good pumpkin. Oh, yeah, we had good pumpkin
nothing
pie.
like a good pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, apple pie.
What's your
and of course,
favorite
Twinkies.
pie?
Twinkie pie.
Twinkie pie?
Yes, filled with.
I've never had Twinkie pie.
That really?
I have never had a Twinkie
I will
pie.
have to. We will have to get a Twinkie pie. But
I'm
we
not
got
sure if I want one.
people. We got people joining in right now. Great to see you
guys.
guys.
Glad you're here.
You know, it's funny because YouTube recently just changed. Like when you go to set up a live Q&A, they actually changed some of the things, and I accidentally had it on private.
Well, and Jacob, who is our trusty moderator, Jacob, you'll be happy to know that we were actually sitting here for like 10 minutes before we realized.
I know we were here for 10 minutes, and we do have Jacob here. I definitely want to thank Jacob for being the moderator once again tonight.
And Raheel is here.
Yeah, Raheel is here from Dimmitt Chevrolet. We're going to be seeing him on Friday with some new 2022 goodies.
Ooh,
so we haven't seen Raheel like in forever.
We haven't. We've been on the road. We've been jet setters. Jaden actually.
Jaden has a super chat. We got our first super chat for the last day of November. It's November 30th.
It is.
Jaden says, why are many American cars made in Canada? Well, Jaden, it all comes down to manufacturing costs. If a manufacturer can get a location for a factory and pay the workers a good salary and wage for what they're doing, then it winds up being a win-win-win.
Yeah.
Yes. So great question, Jaden. We got Milo with another super chat.
Great job, guys. I'm getting the Tundra.
Oh, wow.
Always watching. Thanks so much for your support.
Well, thank you, Milo. That's really awesome. And congrats on getting a Tundra. That's going to be really the truck of 2022. Yes, big time. Our reviews, you guys have been awesome with tuning in on all the Tundra reviews.
And people were climbing all over the Tundra at SEMA.
Oh, yeah.
It was
That
outrageous.
SEMA Desert Chase Runner. If you guys haven't seen our footage from SEMA was crazy.
It was nuts.
I know a lot of people were saying it wasn't big as 2019 because remember, 2020, there wasn't a SEMA.
Right.
There wasn't really much of anything.
No.
But for 2021, they made a comeback. And even though it wasn't as packed as 2019, the OEMs brought some big things.
Huge
big
things. And I mean, it really was busy. I think it was just more spread out. I think that's why it didn't feel like it was as big or maybe as showed up as 2019.
Definitely.
Because we walked between 2 different days over 40,000 steps.
Yes, we walked 40,000 steps. If you don't know anything about the Las Vegas Convention Center, it's actually one of the largest in the country.
So much.
It's over 4 million square feet on the inside. Plus, there's tons of stuff outside.
Yeah.
So, but it's great to see lots of people chiming in. If you have a specific question and you want your question or comment to be heard, use the super chat feature. Obviously, those funds allow us to go on the trips to bring you the content. I think for me, one of my favorites from SEMA was Holy Guacamole.
Oh, that was one of my favorites.
That Dodge Challenger special setup with the rotten avocado color.
I love the color.
It was cool.
Was really good.
It was very cool.
We need to tell them about how when we were going to go film it, what happened.
Oh, it was ridiculous. When we went to go film it, Dodge was giving away shirts right behind it, and the amount of people standing there, it was ridiculous.
It was wrapped all the way around the car and then went like, I don't know, like 50 to 100, like it was hundreds of people.
It was crazy.
And I'm like, what does this shirt look like? It's got to be an amazing shirt because that many people
there was a lot of people. We got Kumar TV. He's local here in Florida.
Nice.
Where he's on the journey for 750K. He was at the Ratey's Rides.
There.
We're closing in on that 750K. So we are going to officially do the next celebration on 750,000 subscribers. I figure we do 750, and then of course it's on to the 1 million. 1
which is going to happen next year.
Yeah, that's going to be phenomenal. We got big things in store for not only the people that live locally in Florida, but also for you guys on the interwebs, because we appreciate everybody's support.
Yes.
But definitely SEMA had a lot of hits. We just got back from a crazy trip We saw the Integra 2023 Integra. I know a lot of you have gone ahead and have watched that review and really have given us a lot of information on what you feel the new Integra should be. Kumar TV, thank you for the super chat.
Much, Kumar.
Yes,
That's
the road
awesome.
to 750K. We are on it, and you guys are all with us. We're already up to 153 people here with
awesome.
5 minutes in.
And it's like right after a major holiday.
Yes.
I figured everybody would still be sleeping from the turkey.
Eating turkey or shopping or something.
Or
we got Belize. Question for Lori. What are you filming? When are you filming? When you're filming Joe's reviews,
it's my question.
I can't read. Yeah, go ahead, read it. Yes.
When you're filming Joe's reviews, have you ever cracked up and had to stop filming for laughing? I'd love to see a bloopers reel. It's funny that you mentioned that, Bells, because I was just telling Joe I'm going to start working on a blooper reel because we got some really good bloopers.
Did I say Belize?
Yes.
Where did I get Belize? My eyes, I'm telling you.
And sometimes when you look at the screen, I don't know if your eyes, I don't know.
My eyes are going across. But Bells, thank you for the super chat.
It happens. It doesn't. See, I'm really good at focusing.
She's very good at. She is really good at focusing. Yes.
Like if you were to ask me, Lori, what are you really good at? I'm really good at concentrating.
She's great at focusing. Yes. Sometimes I'll be saying something and she'll be so focused she doesn't even hear me.
And I'll get mad at him for screwing up when he says something silly. And it's like, I'm trying to get the best shot that I can get. How dare you ruin my shot?
But she's good at chuck.
But it does happen every now and
then. And we do have a bloopers you're going to be working on, right?
I've got some good bloopers.
Some good stuff.
To share with you
so
guys.
Thank you, Bells, for that super chat.
Yep.
We got John Deek. He says, do you know what the return policy is for the new Integra? And does it come with permanently attached car covers so no one ever sees it?
Ooh, ouch.
John, I feel your pain. I know where it's coming from. In a perfect world, I think that the Integra would have started off as a two-door coupe, really separate itself from the Honda Civic, but I'm going to be a little bit more open and wait until I drive the car and also see the other variations. You know they're going to make a Type S version of it, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We'll see. So Jaden has it, but thank you, John. That was a great
moving things around so we could see the screen.
Great statement, and definitely made me laugh. I'm sure a lot of other people.
I tell you what, we had a lot of fun filming that car.
Yes,
I know that everybody has their opinions on the car, but when it comes to getting it on film, it was a lot of fun.
And it was cool because Acura had such a great car display. They had Ja Rule's Acura, Monica from Fast and Furious. They had some race cars. They had all their Type S models. It was a heck of a display. Yeah. Even Honda Pro Jason was there.
Yeah, it was really cool. So there were a lot of big names there. It was fun.
But Jaden has another super chat. Thank you, Jaden. He says, are Canadian-made cars pricier due to tariffs? It all depends on what the tariffs are.
Yeah.
Right now, there's not big tariffs between the United States and Canada. So there you go.
Yep.
Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan, for that super chat. He says, do you think there will be a shortage of Lotus Emerald when it comes out? Yes. I think there's going to be a shortage of everything.
Yeah.
Right now, it is crazy what this super chip thing is going on. It's still affecting the whole world. And I'm hoping that by mid-2022, we see some changes.
Now, are you feeling confident that by mid-2022, or are you thinking it's getting a little closer to 2023?
I'm personally putting my money on 2023, but I don't want to rain on everybody's parade, especially if they're hoping to get a car soon, because car prices are out of control. I know that if you have not seen the new Civic Si review yet, watch that. But people are already telling me that they're expecting $10,000 markup on it.
Let's see. I mean,
no, there is.
It is.
It's already happening.
Oh.
So there we go.
Yeah.
But thank you, Dan. Very, very good question. I'm looking forward to that Lotus, by the way.
Yeah.
But I do think it's going to be hard to come by. We got Cody Murphy Fit. Thank you for that super chat, Cody. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, he's got his question. Golf R or Veloster N? Veloster N is an awesome newcomer. I really like the Veloster N, but I'll be honest with you. I'm chomping at the bit to get a hold of that Mark 8 Golf R. I mean, with more horsepower, better technology, it's supposed to be pretty potent. But there's something about the Veloster N or the Elantra N or even the Kona N that it has so much personality.
They really
so much personality
too. I mean, the sound
really,
of the Elantra N, I really like it.
But thank you, Cody. Probably go for ultimate all-wheel drive power. I would go Golf R, but I still love that Veloster N. I'm telling you right now, I probably would not have bought my 2017 Type R that I used to have if the Veloster N actually existed. I wouldn't have.
No.
And then we got Juan. He says, are you guys going to Central Florida International Auto Show this weekend at the Orange County Convention Center? Actually, we are not. We are getting ready, Juan. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, great question. We are actually getting ready for a media event that we're flying out on to go do the new Porsche Taycan GTS.
Yes, in Los Angeles.
So stay tuned for that. That's going to be exciting. That's one of the things that we're talking about. All the events for the rest of the year are going to be in California.
Isn't that interesting?
That's how we're ending it.
Yeah.
And it sucked that we were not able to go to the LA Auto Show.
Yeah, it really.
We got double booked.
Guys, I was trying to figure out if we
know.
could like sneak in the middle of the night. Like
I know.
maybe we could like find some security guard who's a
Tell me
subscriber
about it.
who could like let us in. Back.
But thank you, Juan, for that super chat.
Yeah.
Kumar TV's back again, 750K by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I believe it. You guys are great. You guys help spread the word.
We're so close.
And it's so great to have you on the journey with us.
Thanks so much, Kumar.
We got Maverick Watch Reviews. He says, hey, guys, 2 questions. When do you think the chip shortage will end? And how in the heck did you find a woman that likes cars, Joe? Well, thank you for your super chat. I'm going to first off answer your first question. I really think that it's going to end by hopefully mid-2022. That's what I'm hoping. I think each manufacturer is being affected differently.
Yes,
so some I think will do better than others.
Yes,
but overall, I think 2022 and how.
But you think the end of 2022?
End of 2022. Yeah. And then the second question: how the heck did I find a girl like Lori? It's all serendipity and just the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was.
You got to trust that things will work out for you one day, and I'm living proof of that. So thank you.
Yes, of course, and thank you, Maverick, for the question.
Yes, thank you. Cute. Jaden's back again. I will holler if I get an 0304 Mach 1 with zonks. Yes, Jaden, definitely let me know when you get that Mach 1. I'm looking forward to it. And thank you for another super chat.
And then Mark Baptiste. Thanks, Mark. Any insight on the 22-23 Range Rover Sport refresh? He's deciding between the X5 or wait till the 23 Range Rover Sport comes out on throttle.
Well, I like the way you finished off your question there with the on throttle. That's
exclamation.
Yes, I love it. That's how we do it here on Ratey's Rides. Great question, Mark. I haven't heard a lot through the grapevine yet. My advice as of right now, I would say jump on the X5. The BMW X5 is really one heck of a luxury SUV. And to be honest with you, in the end, I probably would just go from a reliability standpoint with the BMW over the Range Rover, but both of them have great warranties. And
that's true.
If you get it brand new, then you can enjoy either.
But if you like the X5,
I would say go for it now.
Especially if you can get your hands on one.
Exactly. Because look at all the people who were waiting for the 2022 WRX, passed on a 2021 WRX, and now they're unhappy.
Which you guys will be really excited to know. We're going to
next month
the wheel of one of these cars.
We are going on throttle with the WRX at the official Subaru media event. It's our first Subaru event.
Yes.
We could not make the Forester Wilderness because of 2 media events on the same day, but we are looking forward to bringing you the Subaru WRX.
And you bet.
With all the zombies. And we're going on throttle for sure.
Yes.
But thank you, Mark. Great questions.
And then Tyranno
Man.
Thank you.
Tyranno Man.
Tyranno Man. Yes, we got it. Joe, when will you get that challenge? So wide body or narrow?
Tyranno Man, thank you for the super chat. Great question.
He's been trying for a long time.
I've been trying for a long time.
If our garage was any bigger, we probably already have.
That's the problem. I would really love.
He's got to wear me down a little bit more.
Yeah, I would really love a Scat Pack wide body shaker with a manual transmission,
or a super stock.
Okay. But now there's the new jailbreak edition, so stay tuned for that.
We got to get behind.
Yes, you know we will.
Yes.
So thank you, Tyranno Man. It would be the trifecta: the Shelby, the Camaro, and the Challenger.
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
Fit that car in the garage.
I don't know. We might have to put it in the living room.
He's trying to figure out how to convert the house into an entire garage.
That's right.
All right, so John wants
John
to
is
know,
back again.
Yeah, thoughts on the future of the AMG and M performance divisions with everyone going electric? What's the point of the AMG C63 or M3 when it's electric?
That's a very good question, John. And, it has a lot to do with all the different performance sub-brands from these OEMs. I think you will still have those brands around. And I just think it's going to be performance EV oriented. Eventually, EVs will be on racetracks. EVs will be, outperforming anything. I mean, they pretty much.
Well,
in some
I
cases,
think these things take time, right? And then also, what are people going to buy?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all going toward EVs, but these manufacturers need to make money.
I think the biggest challenge for anything like AMG or anything like that is going to be the actual driving sensation. How do you make an AMG vehicle feel different from your standard Mercedes-Benz?
Good question.
That's the big thing I want to see how they're going to figure out. But I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings who's a big EV fan, but I know the direction that's where we're going, but I'm not really looking forward to it. That's why we got to get a Challenger right away before they go EVs.
Yes, I know. That's what he keeps telling me. All right, so Shutdown McLean. On throttle, let's go.
Thank you for the awesome super chat shutdown. And we are going on throttle for sure.
We've got one of our Canucks in the house,
yes.
Mike
Spankster. Yes. Very nice.
Hi, Joe and Lori. Just wanted to say your reviews are top notch. Well done, and stay safe. Cheers from Canada.
Thank you, my Spankster. We appreciate you. And, we're trying to see if maybe next year we can make it to the Toronto Auto Show or something like that.
Yeah, if we're allowed to travel, overseas, not that it's overseas.
Yeah.
But we would really
there's Lake Michigan.
Over to Lake Michigan. Overseas. It is
That's right. But anyways, moving on. Next, we have another super chat from Adam Busbin. He says, hi from Seattle. That's close to Canada.
Yeah, that is
very close. What do you think of the Lexus GR86 rumors? I really think that's a great question. I think right now that's all it is are rumors. I don't think Lexus has the ability right now to focus on something like that.
Right.
And I'm not so sure if it would even sell.
I don't know either.
I think that, a Lexus to have the flats 4 and all that, I don't see it happening. I think if you want a GR86 and you want that car, go get the GR86.
Right.
I don't think a Lexus high-end version is going to come, and I don't think people would pay the money for it. What would they charge? $40,000? To be honest with you, I think if anybody wants a Lexus GR86, go get the new Z when it comes out.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. But thank you. That's a great question, Adam. Thank you for the super chat. Absolutely. We appreciate all of you.
And then JPan08 says, love you, Ratey. Most humble guy on YouTube.
Well, thank you.
That's a really nice compliment.
That's a really nice compliment. I'm not here to show off. I know a lot of people are always want me to show my cars, but I like showing other cars.
I know.
I mean, for me, it's not about the cars I own. It's about the cars that you guys want to get and you guys own and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the first things we ask whenever we get to meet you guys. What do you drive?
And I was at SubiFest a couple weeks ago. If anybody from SubiFest is watching right now, it was great to be there and great to meet a lot of you. Really, really cool to be with the Subaru fans.
I wish I could have been there.
They're very devoted.
It sounds like it was.
You needed some
pictures
sleep.
Were amazing.
We got back super late. It was miserable.
We had to get up at like 2 a.m.
It was crazy.
But it was so worth it. We got some great footage.
Next we have, do you want to read that one?
Yes, Sam Lutfi, plan to plus thoughts on paint and body panel quality. I'm not sure I understand the question.
So Sam, I see your super chat. What in reference to that are you talking about? Try to put it in the comment section. We'll keep an eye
out for it.
If it's about a certain brand, let me know and I could tell you about that.
Yes.
And then John.
Thank you for the super chat, Sam. And then, John Deek, who wins in a quarter-mile drag race? You or Doug DeMuro driving the same car? Oh, duh. I mean, do you really have to? Thank you for the super chat, John.
Thank you for that.
Sure
if Doug wants any of this.
I don't think Doug wants that. And I also know that Doug would be in the dust.
Well, and, for those of you.
I think Doug would admit he probably would be in the dust.
Those of you who saw the review of the Elantra N and you saw me chasing a Kona N, and I know some of you were like, Joe, you're not closing the gap too much on that Kona N. Just let it be known that in that Kona N was factory Hyundai driver, TCR champion, current TCR champion in the TCR series in IMSA, Michael, I forgot his freaking last name. Was it Lewis?
Oh, shoot. I don't know.
I forget. I think it's Michael Lewis. I totally just lost it. We're like, oh, shoot.
You were telling this amazing story.
I know.
I was like,
amazing story. But anyways, that's
like,
the pro driver in that Kona N.
I know.
And you saw that he was not leaving me.
Well, Joe, just so you guys know, because I know you won't say it,
all right.
but they did an autocross and kept track of every single person's times.
Yes.
4 different vehicles that they drove, and there were 4 different groups. Joe won all 4.
It was great.
So
yeah, in our class, in our group, it was a lot of
Not
lot
sure
of fun.
If Doug would have done that. We'll have to find out. Doug, there's your challenge.
Well, Hyundai did a great job because not only did they give us track day time on Sears Point Raceway, but they had an awesome autocross.
Yeah, it was really fun. And
you
got to drive that electric.
Yeah, electric vehicle was pretty cool. That RM20.
Yeah.
20E, the RM20.
That thing was nuts.
We got another super chat from Knife Text. Go ahead.
If you had $30,000 to spend on a new sedan, which would you buy? I'm leaning toward the Civic hatchback with the manual.
I really liked. Well, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, I like the way you're leaning. I think that if you especially want to have a manual transmission, that is the way to go. The amount of room in the back of a Civic hatchback is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yes. So we have some other questions.
All right, let's get to some of these other questions. It says,
Yep.
What cars does Mr. Ratey's ride drive as daily? My Subaru WRX STI Type RA is pretty much my daily. Lori has a...
I have a Mini Cooper S convertible with a manual transmission.
Yes.
Save the manuals.
Yes. And we just get another
Kev Guilat.
Yes, Kev.
Hey Joe, when do you think you'll be able to get into the new 2022 Sierra or Silverado?
You know, that's a very good question. Now, some 2022 Silverados are showing up at Dimmitt, but those don't have the upgraded infotainment system because of the trim that they are. But stay tuned. We are going to get access, and I'm still waiting to even see the Sierra in person.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to see what that new infotainment system is going to look like, watch our review of the Silverado ZR2 from SEMA. We were able to show the new screens, and they look great.
Cool.
Absolutely great. But really great question. Mark G's in the house. He says, Joe, let's talk about what's going on here. You two are great.
That's right.
Thanks.
I say that all the time, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. You're really awesome, and we appreciate the support.
Then, Andy, thank you for the super
Andy
chat.
Woo, man, we appreciate you.
Go ahead and type it in if you had a question or a comment, and then we'll keep an eye out for it.
Very cool.
Texas is here in the house. We've got
Texas,
Florida in the house.
As I say, Sea Warrior Sart.
Mm-hmm. And then let's see. Ryan Doherty says he's a big fan. Energy is unmatched. Scroll back up. There's some other good questions. James wants to know, do you think Chevy's going to build the 2024 Camaro?
I think that if there is going to be a Camaro, I think 2023 is going to be the last year.
Okay.
And I'm hoping and praying that they don't make a 4-door EV.
And then Asian Petrolhead.
Asian Petrolhead is here. Wow, that's awesome. That's
pretty exciting.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys watch Asian Petrolhead. You know, he really gets first dibs on a lot of amazing vehicles, especially Hyundai and Kia brand.
I know.
And it's great to have you here. It's great to watch your reviews, and we love sharing the car passion with you from all the way across all the way across the world. One of these days we need to go to Korea.
I know.
Thank
you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
Yep. And then Ju Nee wants to know, when are you going to review the BMW M5 competition?
Fingers crossed, we should be getting that in a couple weeks. The challenge has been that our travel schedule has been so nutty that we haven't been able to get the normal flow of vehicles. Yeah. But stay tuned. We got exciting things coming. The new WRX. I got the Taycan GTS and a bunch of other stuff coming.
And then Jacob let us know that Sam Lutfi said, looking for a kind of differences between Japanese, Korean, American paint quality and body panel quality, feel, thickness, etc. And then love to show you.
Great. Thank you, Jacob. And thank you, Jacob, for being the moderator tonight. Sam, that's a great question. You know, it really depends. If you look at Lexus has great paint quality, but I'll be honest with you, you look at Subaru, it chips very, very easily. It's almost like they put it on with a crayon. And I can say that because I own a Subaru.
True.
So it's not like I don't own one. It really depends on the brand. Porsche does amazing paint.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to like rub my body on a 911 right now, specifically a GT3.
We probably shouldn't film that.
Maybe some people might want to see that. I don't know.
You might.
But anyways, it really just depends. You know, some American brands, like you look at the Chevrolet Corvette, the paint quality is awesome. It's absolutely amazing. But I really feel like the Chevrolet Corvette is almost like a sub-brand.
It really is. It really is. I'm surprised.
I wish Chevy would take more of the magic from the C8 and put it in some of their other models. So they're just as good.
Yeah, I agree. I think we missed Brian's super chat here.
Brian.
Thank you, Brian. Hyundai announced pricing for the 2022 Kona N today at $35,400. Would you get a Kona N over the Sonata N line?
To be honest with you, I probably would go Sonata N line, but in the end, I'd rather go Elantra N. I'm very dumb. I'm very confused because when you look at the pricing, and I'm going to pull it up here real quick. It's really, really interesting because, and I got this from Steven, my contact at Crown Hyundai, MSRP without freight on the Elantra N manual is $31,900. On the Elantra N DCT without freight, it's $33,400. So I'm confused that the Kona is a subcompact, but yet it costs more than the Elantra because the Elantra is a compact car.
Right, it doesn't make sense to me. So the Elantra feels a little.
I love the Elantra N. Elantra N is great, and the fit and finish on the Elantra N is
nice. The
phenomenal.
interior is nice. The seats won me over.
But I would probably go Sonata N line over the Kona N. I like the Kona N. I didn't love the Kona N.
Yeah. I gotcha. I agree. Andy, I do see that he sent us a message.
Oh, thank you, Andy.
What to buy, a Wagoneer or an Escalade?
You know, Andy, it really depends. If you want the latest and greatest and the most technology, go Grand Wagoneer. You're looking at over 70 inches of infotainment system screen or just screen in general. I think Cadillac, you're always going to have that panache. Grand Wagoneer still needs this establish itself as a premium luxury SUV, whereas Escalade. I remember when I used to teach high school, some of my students told me they had a poster of an Escalade on their wall.
Yeah.
So that just tells you right there
what they're dealing definitely with. The Grand Wagoneer is definitely.
Yes, very, very nice.
Yeah, so that was
great question.
And then Barnhib,
Barnhib,
thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
A little bit. Here's his question.
There's his question. Shout out from Oregon. Thoughts on the updated Forte GT? Have you driven a manual one before? Haven't seen one in person, but it looks fantastic in pictures. So Forte GT, we have driven a manual. I am liking the changes, and hopefully as soon as Loki Kia gets one, Robert gets one over at Loki Kia, we will be reviewing it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for your super chat, Barnhib.
Yeah, so we're caught.
No, one more. Kev is back. Thank you for another super chat, Kev.
It's really nice.
If you have a question, put it in the comment section. But let's see. We got questions about personal garage. Obviously, we got the Subaru WRX STI.
Yeah.
We got your
Mini,
and then we got the Shelby GT350 and the Camaro.
And then Pipe 360 full. Hey Joe, do you think there'll be an Integra Type R? Wondering Wonder if waiting to see if there will be one, if it's worth it, and lastly, if there was one, and then about the price.
I'm gonna say that there's not gonna be a Type R. They're gonna call it the Type S.
Ooh,
that's
really?
That's
you
the
don't
brand.
Think there's gonna be a Type R?
Not Integra.
No.
Nope. I think that they're gonna call it a Type S to fall in alignment with their NSX Type S, the MDX Type S, and the TLX Type S.
Yeah.
So it kind of just makes sense to go that route. But I think all the goodies that's in a Type R would be there. I'm kind of excited for the Civic Type R in the 11th generation.
Oh, heck yeah.
So we'll see what happens. At the least, they're going to call it a Type S. So don't worry that there's not going to be a performance version. I just don't think there's going to be a Type R.
And then, Kev, I don't see anything coming through yet, so feel free to send something over. And then I see a great question here from Austin. He says, hey, Joe, have you driven the BRZ? What's the difference between the BRZ and the GR86?
Well, Austin, I would be more than happy to tell you all that information. Stay tuned because we do have a review of the 2022 BRZ, thanks to a subscriber and a friend named Kayla who let us drive hers that she just bought, and we are going to be bringing it to you this week. So stay tuned. It's black, manual transmission.
It's really nice.
All the information you will ever want, you're going to get.
Yeah.
Kev is back again. Thank you, Kev, for the super chat.
Lori, your camera work doesn't go unnoticed. It's great. Eating Twinkies, watching from the great state of Texas. Thanks, Kev.
Well, thank you, Kev.
Texas is like our second home.
They really are. And they're so supportive. The people there are so supportive.
But thank you for saying that, because I really do work hard to give you guys some great
She
footage.
does, and she doesn't think that she does a good job. She does an awesome job.
I do want to support Jacob here.
Yes.
To remind everybody, don't spam because you're just going to get zonked.
Yes.
Who wants to get zonked?
Jacob is going to zonk you by deleting your spam messages and putting you in timeout and whatever else he could do.
That's right.
Plus, I learned something. Did you know that spamming in a live session, you could actually be taken off of YouTube?
Of YouTube completely? Well, that sucks. So no spam.
Yeah.
Why risk that?
M2 Motoring. Hi, Joe and Lori. M2 Motoring, we actually reviewed their Mustang GT at SEMA.
How cool.
That's cool. You guys did great work.
My gosh.
M2 Motoring, you guys did great work on that Mustang GT.
That Mustang was so
I really wish that
amazing.
Ford would have put some of that great work that you guys did into the Mach 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have made it even more special.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Look, Lori's camera work is seriously the best in the YouTube car review biz.
Well, thanks, guys.
Hashtag best in the biz.
And then Francisco Farias says thoughts on the 2023 Genesis redesign.
I think that you're going to see, obviously, the G90 is going to get remodeled and restyled. So they're doing a really great job with their style to really stand out from the rest of the crowd. And obviously, they're coming out with their GV60, which is going to be their first EV. That should be very interesting.
Let's see. Quasi Man Newton wants to know Mercedes GLE 450 or Lexus RX 350. Which would you recommend?
It really depends. I think in the end, I would go Lexus RX 350 because that vehicle is bulletproof. Lexus builds a great vehicle. The tech is dated, but I think if you wait a little bit, they're coming out with a redesign. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to put my money on Lexus. And then we do have a actual filming question. Jason says, hi, Joe, what type of body wireless mic do we use? We use the Rode mic system. So it's a lavalier that I clip on my shirt. I got the transmitter. Lori has the receiver on the camera in the hot shoe. And that's how we do our thing.
And that's how we do it.
That's how we do it.
Carstorm IT. I don't see a question or comment. So
Thank you, Carstorm IT. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Let's see what else we have here.
David or Davin, we're going to be bringing you a Golf R. I'm working on it. Stay tuned.
And then Anthony wants to know, what are your thoughts on the new 2022 GMC Hummer EV?
Well, I did get to drive it at the Milford Proving Grounds. For an electric vehicle, obviously, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Would I buy one? No. But I think that to get people excited in EVs, you got to have special vehicles like these. And the way that it crab walks and does so many things differently than any other EV. And this really, if I was going to buy, if I had over $100,000 to spend on a EV truck, I would go Hummer over Tesla. I'm not going Tesla. No Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Let me go get the door stop because we got a Cybertruck. It's about this big, and I put it in the door to hold it open.
You don't even need to buy like a little mini car. You could just put the door stop on.
Yeah, I could put 4 wheels on it.
And just type Tesla on it.
Wow.
Oh, that was so neat.
We have Tesla fans, just so you know.
I'm sorry. I was just kidding. You started it.
Yes,
you got me in trouble. Stock
awesome.
M240iX. Thank you for the super chat. Have you driven the M240i yet? And is there a review coming?
Thank you for the super chat. That should be coming within the next couple weeks. First, I got the M440i Grand Coupe, which I hope you saw that. We got some other M stuff coming, including that 240i. So stay tuned.
Look at this. Jason Cotto says, love and respect to you guys from a New York police officer.
That's awesome. Very nice
awesome
of you. And we're looking forward. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the New York Auto Show happens next year. I was so pissed that it didn't happen this year.
We weren't the only ones.
Yeah, the whole auto industry was.
Yeah, definitely all the journalists.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got a few more.
We got over 250 people watching. It's awesome. Oh, we only got a couple questions?
Just a couple here and there. I'm trying to sift through. My eyes don't move that fast.
Toyota RAV4 of a Mazda CX-5. I'm going Mazda CX-5.
Okay.
Especially there's a refresh for 2022. Stay tuned. We're going to be bringing it to you.
I've seen this question a couple times. Elantra N or Type R? C. Woodward is wanting to know. And you're probably trying to avoid it, weren't you?
I tell you, it's tough because the Elantra N is a ton of fun to drive. The sounds, I love the dash, the seats, but the Type R is great too.
Well, we are working on getting behind the wheel of another.
Yeah, we are going to try before the year ends. I would like to drive the Type R LE. I have not driven one of those yet. Fingers crossed we can make it happen. It's tough, man. It's a tough question. Can I wait to see the 2022 Type R? But I really like the Elantra N.
You
I really
did it to
do.
see what works.
Elantra N it's killer.
Got
The
his
seats
head
are
spinning.
nice. Yeah.
Jesse Green wants to thank you for the super chat, Jesse.
Thank you for the super chat, Jesse.
Speaking of Mustang GT, PP1 or non-wide body Scat Pack?
I would
Another
probably. That's another tough question. I would go PP1. I think I'm gonna go Performance Pack 1 on that, just because I like the extra handling goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, if you like twisty bits,
yep.
the Mustang is gonna give you more confidence in the twisty bits. Yep. But I do like a Scat Pack. I just would go wide body.
Wide body. Yeah. And then Christian, thank you so much.
Great question, Jess. Hey, Christian.
Hey guys, I'm torn between the Gr86 or a manual Mustang EcoBoost with the handling package. What would you get? That's a tough one.
That's a tough one too. And it's funny because some people would say, how can you even compare those two? But you can compare them because they're right in the same price point. I think after seeing the Gr86 and driving the Gr86, I think for me, I would have to go Gr86. I really like the Gr86. They did a great job with making some good changes. Not to say that the Mustang EcoBoost is.
But I mean, wouldn't you say if you're a little bit leaning toward more muscle car, you better have a Mustang? Like it's just where.
But is a Mustang EcoBoost a muscle car? Now we're going to really open up
a little bit of a split personality of a muscle car, much more so.
But if he's saying specifically Gr86 or Mustang, I'm going Gr86.
Okay.
I've spoken.
Oh yeah, yes. You have spoken. The words have been spoken.
Luca Lori is very hot. You're 100% correct.
My goodness.
Smoking.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so best full size.
Are you blushing?
I am. I am definitely blushing. Why do you think I'm hiding behind the camera?
That's right. Yes.
I'm not in front of the
camera. Mark G. Thank you for that super chat.
Thanks, Mark.
Mark says going to Ron Fellows a week from Friday. You lucky dog. And your 17-year-old daughter's very lucky as well. Expect to get triple digits on the track. Love the channel. If I don't make it back,
you'll make it back.
You will make it back in one piece. Ron does a great job out there. I'm looking forward to going to that school hopefully next year.
Well, it's cool that his 17-year-old daughter's going. That's amazing.
That's a great way to bond.
So nice.
Highly recommend. Let me know how it goes when you come back. Yes. You will come back.
Okay, so
Mark 8 GTI or Elantra N. I'm going Elantra N.
I figured you were going to avoid that.
Elantra N.
Okay. Well,
sorry.
There you go.
That's it.
The end.
The end.
What do you think about the new Ferrari SP3 Daytona? Christian wants to know.
I like it, but I don't know, man. I feel like the F8 Tributo is going to be one of the last Ferraris that I really yearn for. I don't know why. I think it's just the style. I like the SF90, but I'm not like, man, if I won the lottery, I would go get an SF90. I wouldn't.
No.
For a $900,000?
No, you wouldn't.
No. I'd rather spend a little bit more and go get an F40 and just call it a day.
Oh, heck yeah.
There you go.
That sounds good.
But I like it. It's a Ferrari. I can appreciate it. I just it's not on my list. Okay. It's not on my list.
And then Jerome Lebesque Boucher from Canada. Thank
you
Jerome. So much. What will keep its value the most long term? Straight 6MT cars or body on frame trucks?
I think bottom line is always trucks are going to keep their value more. You know why? Because you could use a truck for work. You could use a truck for play. You could use a truck for anything. People can earn money.
Those are 3 things.
You can have a business with your truck.
Yes, you can.
You can have a business.
Friends like you because you can move their stuff.
You may not want to be their friend anymore.
But you'd have more friends.
Yes. But are those the type of friends that you want?
No.
They use you for a truck?
No.
But anyways.
Good point.
You can make money with a manual too if you were like an Uber driver, I guess. But holding value, trucks are always going to hold their value more than cars overall. I mean, obviously there's always those niche things in each group, but that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
My dad taught me that a long time ago.
Yeah. Let's see.
Larry. Wait, what about Larry?
Larry, yes.
Highlander versus Mazda. Leases up in May.
Wow, we said that together.
I like both of them, to be honest with you. I think if I was going to go, I would go Highlander hybrid. Just because
what's blurry? I'm sorry. Go on.
There's something blurry?
I don't know. Go on, finish.
It says Highlander. Yes, it's blurry, but I don't know what they're talking about.
I interrupted you. Highlander versus Mazda.
I would go Highlander hybrid.
Okay, why?
Because fuel economy, and I like the Toyota Highlander.
Oh.
There you
go.
What
about the Mazda?
I'm not crazy.
You love the Mazda.
I'm not crazy about the CX-9. I like it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
Yes, thank you.
I agree. The chat looks blurry. Oh, that's weird. Why would the chat be blurry?
That's really, I have no idea.
Thank you so much, Car Stomit, for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
We don't see a question, so if you want to just put it in the comments or whatever, we'll keep an eye out for it.
Kumar, that's a very good question. It could be your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it looks fine to Jacob.
Yeah, looks fine here.
Yeah, so it probably is the Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, Jacob.
So
You're the man.
I'm going to scroll up and see if there's some more questions here that we missed. I know there's plenty.
TLX Type S or Kia Stinger GT? I'm going J-Fan. I'm going TLX Type S.
Okay.
Even though I love the Stinger GT.
Okay. And then Evan wants to know, hey, when will you do a review of the Subaru RX-7? Subaru RX-7?
I'm not sure, Evan. I know what you're talking about. I may be out of the loop. I know Subaru Solterra. I don't know Subaru RX-7. I know Mazda RX-7. Yeah. Larry, that wasn't me. That's another person with your initials.
That's really funny.
But
I didn't think Larry had a lease.
I didn't think so either, but I just went. I know he's got a Cadillac.
He's got lots of cars.
Yes. But thanks, Larry, for that super chat. We appreciate
really nice.
it. We appreciate you.
This is funny. Philly's in the house.
Yeah, Philly. Remember how you were talking about Philly cheesesteak the other day?
Yeah. There's a place called Cheesesteak Factory.
Yes.
Here in Clearwater. I just thought that was really funny.
Jan, I'm going Yukon over Tahoe. And I know Rahil's probably not liking that, but I'm going Yukon.
And then, let's see. Okay. Well, why do you think the Civic is a sedan and a hatchback when they look very similar?
Because the Civic sedan has a trunk and the Civic hatchback has a hatch.
Oh, so it's like this.
But they look the same because the hatchback now is more of a sport back.
Okay. Jacob is saying our video is a little blurry now, and the highest of 720p might be on our end. Sorry, guys. I don't know what
I don't know. Yeah, what are we doing?
Clear over here, but we'll look into it after.
That's really annoying. I wonder why.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'll just move around a lot so you can't tell if it's me.
That's really weird. I wonder why it's so slow.
That is really weird.
We'll have to check into that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We're still here.
Okay, yes. And then, hey, Joe and Lori, what do you think about the new Mercedes-Benz AMG SL or the Mercedes-Benz EQS? Michael wants to know.
I'm really liking the way the SL looks. I have not driven the EQS yet. I'm going to have to wait and see it in person. But it's a full EV, so I'm sure that it'll do the business. I just don't think I'm going to love it.
Yeah. And then LA Thorn wants to know, will you ever review a Pagani?
If I'm lucky enough, I mean, that's a pretty pricey car. So somebody's going to have to pony up theirs to let me go on throttle with
probably.
it. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. And then let's see. Plug Ride is a big fan. In your opinion, new 2022 Corolla or Civic?
I think I'm going to go Civic. I really do. I think I'm going to go Civic.
Okay.
I like the way the Civic drives, especially if you get like a Sport with the manual. I like the way it drives more than a Corolla.
Well, and I'm surprised nobody's asked this. There were any rumors about the Gt-R Corolla?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but there is going to be the Gt-R Corolla. I know we already have mentioned this, but now there's more details that it will have all-wheel drive. Originally, it was just going to be front-wheel drive.
Yeah, so that might be, if you're thinking about, one of the two, you may want to wait and see if that actually happens.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so Anthony wants to know, what would you modify if you had a new Ford Bronco?
If I had a new Ford Bronco, I mean, I like the way that it comes from the factory. The way that I would get it would be the Wild Track that comes with the Sasquatch package, the twin turbo V6.
Yeah.
I really like the way that it looks from the factory. Maybe bumpers.
Okay.
Maybe put a little bit, maybe another 2-inch lift on it.
Yeah. Definitely get a lift.
Something like that.
I would buy the Wrangler 392.
I'm going Lotus Evora over the Supra, and I'm going 6-speed manual average, Joe.
Okay. Jailbreak or Shelby? Speedy 500 wants to know.
Jailbreak or
Shelby?
It's tough. It really depends what you want in the end. I think that if you want to say that, hey, you have the highest horsepower on regular pump gas, production muscle car, that's the way to go. 807 horsepower. It's got the same amount of horsepower as a super stock.
Yeah. Sean wants to know if I still have my BRZ. No, I actually have a Mini Cooper.
Yep, we got rid of the BRZ
manual.
for
It's a convertible.
Yep, for her Mini Cooper.
Yeah, but I miss my BRZ.
Yes, BRZ is a great car.
Yeah,
I miss it too.
Jason, thank you for the super chat. My lease is up on my Jetta in March. I'm thinking a 2022 GLI or upgrading to a 22 GTI.
I think, you know what? If you already have a Jetta, I would go ahead and go for a big change and go with the Mark 8 GTI, because the 2022 GLI is just a refresh, whereas the GTI is a total redesign.
Yeah.
It's got more power. You can still get a manual. I think it looks pretty neat. I'm waiting to get my hands on one to drive. So hopefully soon.
I think that's a really good idea and a good choice. Let's see.
Rating, my rating of the Elantra N 1 to 5, I'm going to give it a 4.5. That's how good it is.
Wow.
There's just a couple things I would change.
Automotive Daily says Frontier Pro 4X or Tacoma TRD off.
That's a tough one. You know, Nissan has made some big changes with the Frontier that I really, really like, and it makes it great to drive, but there's no denying Toyota reliability.
Yeah.
So I think that if you're going to get a Nissan, this is the one to get.
Yeah, that is a really tough question. I think that's one of those ones where you're going to have to feel it out.
Here's a great question. Civic Type R, Nissan Z. I'm going Nissan Z.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going Nissan Z.
Even though you haven't driven it yet.
Even though I haven't driven it yet. I haven't driven the new Type R either.
No, but you've driven a Type R.
Yes. But I'm going Nissan Z. I've driven other Nissan Zs.
Oh.
I already know how I would get it too. I would get the blue with the blue interior.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Like that.
Yes.
That blue is really sexy.
And I would see if Hiroshi would give me his shoes.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even I mean, you guys probably know. But our highlight.
The highlight of this year of 2021 was we got to hang. First of all, we got to meet and we got to hang out.
We got to tell them how it happened.
And we got to hang out with Sung Kang.
So we stumbled into our friends who work at Nissan, who are the PR folks over there, who are just lovely people. And I was joking around with Jonathan, and I said, hey, so are you guys like best friends with Sung now? And I totally was kidding.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we talk. And I was like, now you're pulling my leg, right? And he's like, no, we talked. Did you want to see him? And I was like, what? And he asked him to come back over and told us to hang out for a few minutes. And there he was. And most down-to-earth guy.
He is so awesome.
It was really
If you don't know who we're talking about the guy who plays Han in the Fast and Furious franchise, but really, really awesome.
I mean, it's a movie star.
Yeah,
like
it was awesome.
It was really neat.
We got another super chat from Carstorm.
Yes, I don't like the way the 22 WRX looks, but I like the Golf R. I don't want to pay $43K. Would you say wait for the Corolla GR?
I think that if you're not in a rush, you might as well wait and see what Toyota brings to the table. I'm still curious too to see what this WRX is going to drive like. I don't know if anybody noticed, but there was some stuff floating around the internet. It was a WRX with some STI body pieces extra added to it.
Right.
Splitter, side skirts, rear diffuser. Kind of made it look a little bit better.
Look better.
It's just that plastic cladding, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
But I would say wait for the Corolla GR is not going to have as much horsepower as the Golf R. But if you don't care about that, then I would say maybe wait.
Well, and the other thing, Carstorm IT, is we're going to be behind the wheel of WRX soon. So definitely stay tuned for that, because that might change your opinion. I mean, until you get behind the wheel, you don't know.
Exactly.
Right? And then Luca Masucci says, how many Moab burritos can you fit in a Subaru RX-7?
I don't even know what.
I don't know.
Luca, I wish I knew what you were talking about, because I have no clue.
Well, let's just go with any Subaru.
Yes.
Let's go with the Subaru WRX.
Subaru WRX.
How many Moab burritos?
Well, I don't know what a Moab burrito is, so I don't know if I want to say that.
I don't know. Maybe it's.
How about just a regular burrito?
A regular burrito, Chipotle burrito.
A Chipotle burrito you could easily put in the trunk about, I would say, 250 of them.
Okay. Yeah,
I was going
to say 247.
Thank you. There you go. And a half. And some guac on the side.
Yes.
Thank you, Luca, for the super chat.
District Chiefer, thank you for the super chat. Which full-size SUV do you think is the best this year?
I really, really like, if you're doing full-size, I really like the Yukon Denali. I really do. I think it brings a lot of the goodies that you get in the higher end, Escalade.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more palatable price.
I really, think the Jeep Grand Wagoneer is kind of special. So I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
We'll just go with that.
Yes.
Do you like the K5 GT? I do like Kim. I do like the K5 GT. I think it's a great car. If you could find one, those are one of the hardest cars to find in the United States right now. Even more difficult than the Sonata N line.
I didn't hear about, CS keeps asking, did you hear about the government requiring cameras in all cars to detect drunk drivers? I have not heard about that.
I didn't hear anything. Yeah.
And then what's the best new midsize sedan? Logan wants to know.
Midsize sedan, Logan. That's a great question. I would probably say, depending on price. I mean, if you're thinking where I'm thinking, I'm going to go price range around $30,000, $35,000. I would say Honda Accord. Probably the best one.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. And then Armad wants to know, what do you think of the 2021 Highlander, and do you think the downside? What do you think the downsides are?
I like the Highlander. I think the downside is the CVT that comes with like the hybrid and all that.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite. And the third row is a little on the tight side. So if you have larger people sitting back there, I feel sorry for them.
Yes.
There is a good question from Antoine.
Yes.
He says, what do you think of the new Porsche Cayman GT4 RS? Also, would you prefer a 911 GT3 or a Cayman GT4 RS? I think the GT4 RS is phenomenal. It really is a true race car for the road. The problem is with Porsche's RS models, you can't get it with a manual. And I know that a PDK is faster, but the manual is what I want, so I'm going GT3.
Yeah.
I'm going new GT3.
Okay, good. And then we have a super chat from Trev RBLX.
Hey, Trev, thanks for the super chat. Oh, I saw there was a question. It says, hello, Joe and Lori. Hope you both are doing wonderful. My uncle owns a 2016 Nissan Gt-R, like the one you reviewed. Very cool.
That is cool.
That is cool. I bet you get some good on throttle in that thing. That's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. Another question about the GT4 RS, but you got that one already.
I like the G. I think they did a great job, especially the way you can see the engine in the vehicle now, where normally on other 718s, it's got a cover over it.
And then some folks have been asking about the Tesla Plaid. What do you think, and would you review it?
I'm waiting to get my hands on one. Somebody's going to have to offer up their Tesla Plaid, but I think performance-wise, it's crazy, out of control. Would I buy one? No. I'm not going that route.
No.
If I was going to spend that kind of money on an EV, I'm going Porsche Taycan.
Oh yeah, the Porsche.
Because guess what? It drives like a Porsche, and I like that.
Well, and I really like how it has that screen in front of the passenger. I think
Yes,
it's really awesome.
yes.
Jesse Green, should I sell my PP1 and get a wide body Scat Pack? Other than a minor hood change and emblems, it looks exactly like a Hellcat. Also, I don't need 700 horsepower. Thanks for the super.
I like the way you think, Jesse, and I think that if you're going to do it, you better do it now, because they already announced that they're going to be going a different direction with their EVs, and there really is no other car that looks more like a muscle car than a wide body Scat Pack.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat.
The Destroyer, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, the Destroyer. We appreciate that.
Yes, and the Nicholas Gruters, thank you also. Hey guys, love you and your channel. Thanks for bringing the laughs and knowledge to all of us.
Well, we're here to talk about cars, but you got to have some laughs along the way as well. And we apologize for the blurriness. We are going to fix that and work on that. Sorry for the inconvenience for tonight. We're just glad to be able to talk to you guys, whether it's blurry on your end or not. It's weird because it's clear
weird. It looks
on our end.
On our end. So we'll take a look and see if we can figure it out. And then, hey guys, can you please review the new Audi RS7? Casey is asking.
We are going to be working on that, Casey. We actually have the new Audi S3 coming very shortly to the channel. So, Jacob says it looks good now, so we're good.
Well, that's just weird.
I don't know what.
It's
a ghost. It's a Christmas ghost.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's good. So
yes.
Nobody move.
Yeah.
Everybody hold your breath for the rest of the show. Greetings from Honolulu.
Awesome. I wish we could go to Hawaii right now.
I know.
Maybe if I click my heels 3 times.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so we have lots of stuff coming through here.
What are your thoughts on the dealer markups?
Yep.
Obviously, they suck, but we live in a capitalistic society, and they're able to charge whatever they want. It's not price gouging. Price gouging is only used for things like water or gasoline or food. Dealers could charge whatever they want. and it looks like for the most part, a lot of people are paying it, especially when it comes to C8 Corvettes.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people were commenting in the Civic Si video about the Canadian version having more stuff than the US version. A lot of times, Honda products in Canada have always had more stuff than what we get here in the United States. And I know it's a bummer that it costs less, but that is unfortunately what's happening.
Yeah. We've got lots of questions and comments coming through. I saw one here from Gasman. Shout out here in Scotland. Love your channel. It's brilliant.
Thank you for that.
I wish I could say that with a Scottish accent.
Who's the muscle behind the camera? Right here's the muscle.
I do lift weights.
Yes, you do.
And then let's see. Are you excited for the MR2 in 2024? Adam wants to know.
Adam, I'm not even going to think the words and letter. Well, it's a letter and a well, I don't know. I'm not even going to think about the car MR2 until I see a little bit more. Yeah. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not so sure it's going to happen. And then how many people are going to be disappointed that it's nothing like the MR2 of the past?
Okay. David, I'm going to come back to your question. Chris gave us a super chat here. Thanks, Chris. As an STI owner, how do you deal with the weak armrest game? I just bought a 21, but the only thing I hate is the armrest. By the way, I love you guys. Thanks, Chris.
You know, Chris, that's funny you bring that up because that's always been a sore spot for me. Even going back to my first STI, which was a 2006 WRX STI, what I tend to do is usually take my hand and rest it on the parking brake lever and then just kind of support myself like this. Because if you use the armrest, it's too low.
That's annoying.
And then what I hate about the optional one is that it's like a Rubbermaid material. It doesn't have the nice Alcantara on it. So I'm like, I'm not changing that. Yeah. So I like this. I just go like this.
Oh, that's great.
Or I kind of take my arm and just put on the seat bolstering and sit like that.
Well, excellent.
There you go.
That's really funny. Nicholas, thank you for the super chat. Heard anything on the Chevy Raptor TRX competitor?
Hey, Nicholas. I don't think a Chevy Raptor's in the books. Like I was saying, if Chevy could take some of the magic from the C8 Corvette and pump it into their other vehicles, how many people thought the ZR2, the Silverado ZR2 was going to be that V8 supercharged something or another, and it's not. I don't think it's going to happen.
Thanks for the super chat, Nicholas. And then David had a question here. Has the pricing been released about the Elantra N? I don't know if it's been released officially, though, has it?
I think some people were saying that, but I'm going to give them the pricing right now. So, David, listen up. I'm going to give everybody the pricing again. So, this is without freight and delivery. MSRP for the Elantra N manual is $31,900. The Kona N is $34,200. And the Elantra N with the 8-speed DCT is $33,400. It's pretty much the pricing that I said in the videos.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Shouldn't be too much of a surprise.
Yes.
The Exotic Life, thank you for the super chat. As always, you guys rock. Keep up the great work. And I love your thoughts on a potential purchase of mine, a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan. Cheers, Jeff. Wow, that's exciting.
Well, thank you for the super chat, Jeff. We really appreciate you. It is definitely exciting to be thinking about buying a Huracan. My advice is just find one that has all of the maintenance records.
Yeah. That's
just so you know that it's been maintained properly.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's an Audi engine, and the Audi R8s have been really reliable. So
certainly have some fun.
Yeah.
And then Blockchain, thank you so much.
Thank you for that super chat.
Mazda C5 Carbon or Civic Hatchback or RAV4. I'm 6'2". Which one should I get for my size, and which one do you like for a second or third?
I'm going C5 Carbon. And
CX5,
then I'm going,
right?
Yeah, it's the CX5 Carbon. And then I'm going to go exactly the order you have it in.
Yeah.
Hatchback and then the RAV4.
Okay, nice. And then, okay, gosh.
Oh, wait, we got a question. How did your love for cars begin? It all goes back to when I was born. I literally was lucky to be born into a family where my dad owned a mechanic shop and has been a big car person his whole life. So going to work with him at his mechanic shop, learning about cars, staring at cars, changing oil and everything else, lubing the chassis, which nobody even does anymore.
No.
That's where my love and passion for cars came from. And now I'm able to share it with all of you. So very, very good question. And thank you guys, all of you, for letting me share my passion with you.
That's really awesome.
Yes.
Before we get to Brian, I did want to point out that Kid Gloves 2112 has a very important question. I am a Chihuahua expert, and Kid Gloves has 2 Chihuahuas. Do you think they will enjoy the Elantra N? Absolutely.
Yes. Lori speaks from experience.
I absolutely think they will love it. Brian, thank you so much for the super chat. Will you be making a video on the 2022 Sienna soon? I'm looking into getting one and love your perspective. Or is the 21 video all the info I need?
There are no major changes for the 2022 Sienna. There is a special edition, and I'm hoping to get my hands on one of those very, very soon. But if you watch the 2021 Sienna review, I think that will satisfy all of your needs. And it's a great minivan if you're looking for something, especially hybrid setup with all-wheel drive.
And then David would like to know, when are you going to be able to test drive the BZ4X?
That should be coming up the beginning of next year. Next week. Surprise!
It's almost next year.
Yeah, it is almost next year, but that will be coming up first quarter of next year. So stay tuned.
Okay. And then Multa, thank you so much for the super chat. Ulta says, not really a car guy, but watch all the videos due to Ratey's hilarious commentary to the door.
Yes, to the door panels.
So awesome, Ulta.
Well, thank you for tuning in to see what crazy stuff I'm going to say. I know a lot of people got a laugh out of me talk about that people were arm wrestling and tongue wrestling. Yes.
Which they do.
Yes.
But that's really funny. Thank you so much, Ulta. And then we have another super chat here from Tristy Hilton. Hi, any word on the Honda Odyssey hybrid all-wheel drive?
Nothing as of right now. I think Honda is very focused on getting the Civic out there, the Civic Si, the Type R. They got a new Passport Trail Sport that is making its way for 2022. So I think that if anything happens, it won't happen until 2023 or maybe even later.
Yeah. And then Mike B wants to know, does Lori get to drive the cars and the videos off camera? I always get the option. I don't always have the time.
Yeah, because you're busy.
Most of the time, we have like this amount of time to film the video, and we're running.
Yes.
So there's usually not enough time. And then Tony, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Tony.
What do you think about Nissan Maxima 8th Gen? Is it a good sport car, or should I trade it in?
You know, I think the Maxima is fine. I think for me, the downer is the CVT transmission. But if you're happy with it, I say keep on trucking. If it's doing well for you, drive it and enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If not, go get a G70 or a Stinger GT.
Nicholas has a really important question. Mr. Pibb or Dr. Pepper?
I'm a Dr. Pepper kind of guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
How'd that thing go with who's a pepper?
I'm a pepper, you're a pepper?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We're all Dr. Pepper? I don't even know what.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Yeah, there you go. Wow. I like that. You're good.
Yes.
It says, Danny Alex says, Joe, what is your favorite 911 variant that is currently on sale today? Will you get a chance to drive the 911 GT3? Well, I think that basically your question answers what I'm going to say. My favorite currently available is that 911 GT3. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that sometime the beginning of next year, I'll be able to get my hands on one to drive. But it is just an amazing machine. And that 6-speed manual transmission and the fact that it redlines at 9,000 RPM is phenomenal.
Well, it is 9 o'clock.
It is 9 o'clock. We have had one heck of an awesome live Q&A. We've had almost 300 people watching.
I know. We know you guys are busy.
So many of you. Yes, we appreciate you taking time from your schedule, especially after we posted the Civic Si review earlier this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time.
You need to watch. There's a special on throttle that we had a blast on our way to a very special place.
Exactly. So make sure you watch that Civic Si.
And we ate shrimp. I just want you to know. And we were trying to figure out where we're at. Yeah.
But we got another super chat real quick. David Lopez, 33,000. Wow. Thank you guys. Just got my N line and can't wait to trade it in now. Love you guys in the video. I know how you feel. You still got a great car, but the good news is that you can eventually trade it in and get something, something better. Yes. But we appreciate you guys taking time to be with us. Stay tuned because this week we have the 2022 BRZ coming. We also, of course, got other reviews by the plentiful that are coming. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be behind the wheel of the new WRX.
You're gonna want to see that.
So stay tuned. Thank you for all the super chatters, plus all the people who were just here and making Jacob's life a little stressful.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for helping us out with
this.
But
we will see you next month, definitely before Christmas. So we'll be able to wish you a Merry Christmas,
around
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah,
Yes, all
Happy
those things.
Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, whatever you do. Thanks, Larry. We appreciate you too. And just like always, guys, we'll see you on the next ride. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Peace in the Middle East.